What's going on, guys? Texhorn back, and today I'm going to be telling you all about the different types of pitching in MLB The Show 21 and what I think the best and the worst are for competitive play. So I've loaded up a custom practice with Garrett Cole, and for at the start we're going to try out the Classic, which I believe to be the worst method for pitching. So I'm going to get a fastball, I'm going to point to where I want, and then I'm just going to press X, and the CPU goes along with it, so we can see that was not really where I put it. I put it in the top left. Ball went right down the middle. Let's try right down the middle. I'm not even going to touch the left stick. Press X again. See where the ball lands. Looks like the catcher's going to load up in the bottom left. So you can see it's just very not accurate compared to the other methods I'm going to be showing later on. So let's go ahead. Let's pause. Let's go over to the game to options. Next, we're going to be talking about pulse. Some people love pulse. I generally don't. The way pulse works is you have this flashing circle, and what that is the area in which the ball could go to. You want to get that as small as possible. So we're going to try and time it, and so I was just late. You saw the little circle, and now the ball can go anywhere within there. Still not as accurate as other methods. We'll try again, try and get it really small. Just late again. It is a big timing thing, so it does take more skill than the classic mode, whereas the classic mode is just your very basic, click where you want it and press another button. Let's try and get a really good one. There we go. So good. So this one should be more accurate. So even with it at good, it still was out of the strike zone, not really where I wanted to put it. Next, we're going to be talking about meter. And I know some people love meter. So just because I'm saying, it's not the best for competitive, this is all my personal feelings towards each and every one of them. You may love classic mode, and that might work for you. Go right for it. These are just what I believe to be the best if you want to be competitive in this online game now. So with meter, you have this little bar above, and if I pick where the pitch is, we're going to go right down the middle. You want to get it for the most speed. You want to get all the way red, and then when it comes back, you want to time it with that yellow bar. And I believe, I may be incorrect, but this is how I've always been taught, is if you just tap at the beginning, you'll have the most control, but you'll have less speed. That could be wrong. I've seen multiple people say different things. And so you saw there I got a good. Now you're wondering okay, well that wasn't exactly where I put it, and I still got the best timing that I can get. If I zoom in right here, you can see there's a little gray shadow around the ball as it's spinning. That's where your perfect input could go to. So anywhere within there, it could go to that spot. And as we go further along, you'll notice that the gray gets smaller and smaller with the more difficult inputs we have. So that was meter. Let's go ahead. We're going to switch over to what has always been the best one, and it is actually not this year, which is pure analog. Pure analog requires a lot of timing and some good accuracy with the right stick. So you pick your pitch, you see in the top, you have that little circle at the top, you pull down the right stick, you're going to wait till it's at the yellow bar, and then let go and try and push forward to wherever this indicator is at the very top. So if you want to go inside, you're going to have to go in a little bit. This has always been the best one for competitive purposes, and you see right there, I got almost perfectly where I lined up. You can see this, there is still that gray circle for my perfect input, so they're good, slightly off, but not terribly. That's still a pitch that could chase at, and that might even be a better pitch than what I had selected. Now we're going to go on to the brand new pitching input, which is pinpoint pitching. At first, I hated this. I thought it was the worst thing ever, and then I learned it. I learned how to actually control this. There's a lot of false things being spread on the Reddits and on YouTube about how you control this. I think people are starting to understand how this works. So what you're going to see is we see a little animation of the ball going down and up on a fastball. Now, if I back out and I go to a slider, we see it's different. Each pitch has its own unique style for the ball cursor you have to move in. So we're going to start with the fastball. Fastball is the easiest one to practice. And for all of these, if you need any practice or any help with these, just load up custom practice. Super easy. So we're going to go down with the ball, and we're going to go back up, hold it at the very top, wait till that bottom blue thing is as small as possible, and come down right to it. So you can see there I had 84 accuracy, 0 time. I think I had like the perfect time, and then I was slightly off by like 6 degrees. So we'll try again. So go down, 75 accuracy, I was too slow, and then come down. And you can see the ball was almost, even with that not great input, the ball was almost perfectly where I wanted it. So go down, come all the way back up, and it's pretty easy. I want to try and get a perfect pitch. Let's see if I can get it here. All right, so there we got a perfect pitch. As long as you get the 3 little stats that it shows up, the input indicators, into the green area, you'll get a perfect pitch, which again will be this little circle, gray circle area surrounding the ball. It'll go into any of that area, and as you can see with Pinpoint, it's super small. So if you get perfect, you're almost guaranteed to dot exactly where you want. Now you may be wondering, okay, well, how do I time the top thing? So if you see this animation, the ball goes down and goes up. You kind of want to replicate that timing with it, that kind of smooth timing. So don't be afraid to take time, watch the animation, make sure you're getting it along with it. And then at the very bottom, you want that as small as possible. There's another perfect pitch. And it was almost exactly where I wanted it. But yeah, this is the best one for competitive. If you can get it down, it does take some practice. Even I'm struggling a little bit with it every once in a while, or I'm going too fast and I just catch myself. Just take a step back, take a breath, and try and refocus on getting the timing down. But anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy. Let me know which pitching style you're going to use down below in the comments, and I'll see y'all next time.